What's up guys, I'm Natalie with another video from Sofia Gray, so let's jump straight into it. Sniffing panties is a kink, but it shouldn't be. Just hear me out. For a sexual act or preference to be kinky, it needs to be deviant. What makes sniffing panties kinky is that it involves giving in to an animalistic urge that society has deemed dirty. Now, there's nothing wrong with being dirty. The best of us are. There's something wrong with what makes panty sniffing dirty, and that's the idea that vaginas aren't supposed to smell. It's a cultural notion that's become the norm in modern history, despite being completely unfounded. And it's also flat out wrong. For women, the result has been widespread shame and vagina guilt. Just look at the hundreds of products that exist to deodorize a lady's nether bits. Female hygiene products like these perpetuate the myth that a smelly vagina is a dirty vagina, when in reality, it's a sign of sexual health. So if the lingering scent of a vagina is what makes some people so crazy about sniffing panties, is sniffing them really so kinky? On a social level, sure, but on a scientific level, not at all. The quick answer to why sniffing panties turns some people on is pheromones. Pheromones are chemical scents that naturally attract animals to each other for mating purposes, helping them to communicate and ultimately reproduce. They play a central role in wildlife, but because humans don't possess an organ to process them, scientists remain unclear on the role they play in humans. For example, researchers at the University of Texas Austin conducted a blind study to determine how pheromones affected sex drive. They asked a sample of men to sniff t-shirts worn by women at different stages of their menstrual cycle. By a large margin, men rated the t-shirts worn by women at the peak of their ovulation to be the most sexiest and the most pleasant. But men aren't the only ones affected by pheromones. Research shows when both men and women are exposed to pheromones, they experience improvement in mood, focus, and emotional processing. Women also experience increased sexual response and are more likely to achieve sexual satisfaction. Records from the Middle Ages show that women once used their own vaginal juices as natural perfume to appeal to suitors. A little dab behind their ears, on the neck, and on the chest, and supposedly men fell at their feet. Men and women are both emit pheromones. It just so happens that ones women emit from the vaginal areas are way more powerful. These pheromones are called copulins, and they are the main reason why sniffing panties can be so arousing. In fact, the name is inspired by the effect on male sex drive. Studies found that copulins have a mind control effect on men and are able to weaken a man's resistance. And if a love potion ever existed, this would be it. The super potent chemicals are strongest in fertile women and have the power to literally alter the male hypothalamus, causing men to act in ways they wouldn't otherwise. For instance, men tend to find themselves more attractive when under the influence of copulins, which also trigger an instant boost of testosterone levels to 150%. And because these pheromones decrease their ability to discriminate physical attractiveness in women, you could say that men get copulin goggles. Put simply, copulins make guys want to have sex with whomever immediately. Used panties, which are pretty much storage units for copulins, are one way to get that feeling on demand. So that's it there guys. Thank you so much for watching. This video was brought to you by Sofia Gray, the largest used underwear marketplace. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next one.